What up, y'all? Welcome to My Survivor Season 47, Episode 1, Elimination Pool Pick. Every season I play in an elimination pool where I pick a player that will not be voted out in the upcoming episode and can't choose them again until my sheet is cleared. Last season I made it until week 10 when Hunter went home with an idol in his pocket, but we don't need to talk about that. There's not a lot to go off of before the first episode, but there are some keywords and phrases to avoid when cruising the casting bios and any videos that might be floating around. Last year I went roughly 500 matching up red flags that eventually played out. This year's list of things I don't like include frenetic, overthinking, Andy, blunt, Gabe, heart on sleeve, thoughts on face, Genevieve. Constantly annoyed, John. Randomly will swing the pendulum too far and be super spontaneous, Kishan. Looking for an ally that accepts her word vomit, Rachel. Doesn't eat vegetables, Rome. Stubborn, Sam. Badass, Sue. Mischievous, Teeny. And a long list of pet peeves that might be showing up in Survivor, Tiana and TK. Couldn't quite decide, they're both very similar. All things considered, my least favorite bios are Gabe, John, and Sue. Blunt is an understatement with Gabe. In his video previews, he says he's not here to make friends and doesn't care about these people. That usually doesn't end up well. John mentions many times in his bio and interviews that he's opinionated, easily annoyed, and best in small doses. He's also going to have to hide that he is semi-famous. Sue doesn't have a bad bio, but it's clear she's overconfident. Playing up the badass angle while being the oldest could easily backfire. Last season I did pretty well with this. The three I picked finished 8th, 9th, and 11th respectively. Along with using any interviews to confirm or deny any suspicions, it's important to take a look at team breakdowns, tribe breakdowns. Last season you could tell Yellow was going to struggle in any type of physical challenge, which the early ones usually are. This season, Blue appears to be the youngest and most athletic team, outside of having the oldest player in Sue. They also have two people from the same state, two players that are flight attendants, so they should get along really well. My assumption is they either win with ease in the challenge or blame it on Sue. Yellow feels kind of like Blue light. Decently athletic, has some geographical connections, and some similar personalities. The first vote may come down to how Sam meshes with the group. He has a little more outgoing personality, possibly, and that might rub some the wrong way. Red is full of characters from diverse backgrounds, and they could become tight over time, similar to Purple from last season. But right now they lack the physical, or at least it looks like they lack the physical firepower to compete early. I'm least sure how this plays out if they go to tribal, so I'm not touching Red. If you followed along last season, you know I tend to be overly cautious on my first pick. I like to select a male. Tribes tend to lean strength early. Looking for active lifestyle, but not the top physique. A chill personality, so some humility. Other positives would include a good job, family life, student of the game, although that's not what it used to be with so many super fans in this season. A fan of nature, some type of past struggle. With that being said, I am selecting Kyle with my first pick. He's a van life surfer with a new family who is down to build stuff. That checks many boxes for me. Week 1 is all about avoiding the weakest, strongest, or loudest person. Honorable mention goes to TK. He's athletic, nice, has overcome hardship, and is a self-proclaimed nerd. That's usually good enough to get you to the merge, although they will be aiming for him after that. The only thing holding me back is that he is this season's buffest, or biggest player. Getting threats out early does get kicked around sometimes early on. So you just want to avoid that week one. Good luck and Godspeed.